Do you know that Korea is known as the land of the morning calm? The size of Korea is approximately 220,000 square kilometers, ranking it at only 85 in the world in terms of landmass. It's a small country in East Asia. And just 100 years ago, in 1910, Korea fell victim to Japanese annexation and colonial rule, which lasted for 35 years. At the end of the Second World War, Korea was able to obtain freedom from Japan, but the peninsula was divided. And in 1950, war broke out between the North and South, devastating the entire peninsula. However, Korea, a tiny country that used to be one of the poorest and most hopeless in the world, underwent miraculous changes in just 60 years. Per capita income grew by a staggering 300 times, from $67 to $20,759, and Korea jumped from ranking as the 150th in the world to having the 13th highest GDP. And Korea has successfully hosted the Seoul 1988 Summer Olympic Games, the 2002 FIFA World Cup, and the 2011 IAAF World Championships in Daegu. Korea will also host the 2018 Pyeongchang Winter Olympic Games, making it only the 6th country to host 4 major world sporting events. Also, by the end of 2011, proliferation of Korean culture is now accepted in many parts of the world. Now the word Korean Wave is considered as soft power, which can realize the ideals of a bi-directional flow of culture, goods, and ideas. All of these accomplishments represent the miraculous and rapid advancement of Korea in such a short time. Korea's drastic economic growth is derived from the synergy of 3 driving forces: the continuous development of competitive products, the development of industrial technology, and highly qualified human resources based on a highly developed education system and investment in scientific infrastructure. Let's look at these driving forces more closely. The first driving force of Korean economic growth is the continuous development and evolution of competitive products throughout the decades. The main targets for exports during the 1960s were light industry goods such as wigs and clothing. Later, exports began transitioning into heavy industries such as shipbuilding, electronics, steel, and automobiles. Since the 1990s, the majority of exported items have been cutting-edge, high-technology products such as semiconductors, cell phones, display panels, and so on. Entering the 2000s, the technological skills of Korean corporations are highly respected in the international market. Our shipbuilding industry occupies first place in the world. The market share of our cutting-edge construction industry is at 3rd place, and our steel manufacturing industry is in 5th. 40% of the world's lithium-ion battery market is commanded by Korean corporations. The second driving force of Korean economic growth is the consistent investment in the development of industry technology. In the 70s, 80s, and early 90s, Korea's policies reflected its desire to build a strong technology foundation by focusing on substitute industry-based technology imports and developing core industrial technologies. In the late 90s to early 2000s, Korea's R&D policies changed in focus, promoting with ventures startups and strengthened its ability to enter into new international markets. Today, along with the development of the R&D specialized companies, Korea seeks internationalize R&D through open innovation with overseas partners. The Korean government's R&D budget has been increased by a yearly average of 10.4%, reaching $14.4 billion in 2012. In addition, as a result of Korea's continuing commitment to R&D investment, Korea now ranks third among the OECD 3.74% of its GDP devoted to total R&D. Since the 1990s, the R&D collaboration between Korea's public and private sectors have yielded tremendous success. In 2006, Korea ranked number 1 in the global electronic display industry and has maintained its status until 2012. In 2011, the Republic of Korea ranked first in the ICT Development Index, demonstrating Korea's advancements in 3 defining ICT categories. Especially, based on outstanding semiconductor technology, Korean companies have cemented their position as the main smartphone suppliers in the global market. Furthermore, the established high-tech skills of the Korean industry are becoming prominent in the field of eco-friendly future technology and IT. Thirdly, Korea's economic growth is driven by a highly developed education system and significant investment in scientific infrastructure. Korea's education system raises a highly skilled and highly qualified workforce. The entrance rate to university is maintained at a yearly average of 80%, which is the highest in the world. According to data released by the OECD for 2011, the graduation rates for Korea's students are 98% from high schools and 63% from colleges and universities, which are the highest ratios among OECD members. Additionally, Korea has a world-class scientific infrastructure and a high world ranking in both R&D investment versus GDP and in the number of patent applications. For a small country, it has a lot of power. Based on the 3 previous driving forces, Korea is now considered as a global leader encouraging international innovation. Also, Korea became the first Asian country to establish a free trade agreement with the EU in 2011 and with Turkey in May of this year. These are accelerating bilateral cooperation between European nations and Korea by removing tariff barriers. In industrial R&D cooperation, after joining the Eureka in 2009, the Korean government actively supports international innovation between Korea and European companies by building global networks and funding international R&D. Korea has eagerly combined the EU's strength with the force of Korea's economic growth to support your business through the formation of mutually beneficial partnerships. From a war-torn and devastated nation to a world leader in cutting-edge technology, Amazing Korea is continuing to grow, prosper, and flourish. Make Korea your business partner. Make Korea your technology partner. Make Korea part of your company's success. Thank you.